Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Truly Bedrock. It is a fantastic morning on the realm right now, and we are walking down some rails to a new build that we did in the latest Truly Bedrock stream day. Oh my goodness, guys. What a rough start we got off to on Truly Bedrock stream day. We started our run like 13 minutes late. Oh my goodness, it was bad. We couldn't get the stream running, but we finally got it up and running, and we were able to do some more work with villagers, and that's what I want to show you now. It was a blast. We got a villager breeder up and running. Now, I did have a few problems with this off camera in between the stream and now. We couldn't get the villagers to breed because I maxed this thing out with 8 adult villagers before actually making the transport system to get them away from here. Now you can see it's working. It's working fine. It's working just fine. And there you have it. We've got another baby villager. Very cool. So we've got 2 of these guys in here right now. If you did watch the stream, we had 4 adults, 4 babies. They grew up in, too quick of a time frame, and they're breeding again. Just so many babies in here. But they grew up in too quick of a time that I couldn't get them away. And when I finally did transport 4 of them away, the farm was locked up. I couldn't get anything breeding again, and so I pretty much had to wipe the slate clean. That's why we only have 2 adults right now. So what I want to do is I want to fix up the transport system because it is slightly broken. We want to make that a little bit more efficient, and we want to go over to our seed village, grab a couple more adult villagers, and then we'll see what else we have time for today. A little closer to base, I've marked this area out right here. Right here should be the entrance to our villager holding chamber. There we go. We've got, hey, they've grown into adults. We've got several villagers in here already. And the problem with this system, let's go ahead and jump up here. If you take a look, there are empty spaces right here, little air gaps, where a lot of times the baby villagers get stuck. So we want to make this a little bit more efficient, a little bit more baby friendly. We want to baby proof our villager breeder transportation system. So I think that's what we're going to do. Basically, the only way that we can accomplish this right now, at least in my brain, the best way to do this would be to stair-step it down so that they just continue to flow down and, eventually end up in our little holding chamber where we can distribute them to various locations that we're going to have later on in a future video. Thought this would be a good time for us to talk a little bit about progress and future plans for the realm, because if you haven't noticed lately, I've had a tendency to start projects and then just kind of leave them unfinished on this realm. That is not the trend that we want to set, ladies and gentlemen. We want to continue, finishing projects that we've worked on. So as it stands right now, we have the nether hub that is unfinished. We have a launch pad with no rocket, which we will get around to. We will do that. Then we've got a started villager trading hall, which is going to change locations at some point. I've got a better idea in mind for where we can place that. And then we've got some other small miscellaneous projects like the elytra launcher that is complete in practice, but in visuals it looks like garbage. Just hot garbage. It's terrible. And then we've got things like the drowned farm. We've got so many projects going in so many different directions that my goal for the next several episodes of Truly Bedrock are to finish some of those things as fast as possible so we can move on to other projects. I just don't want to leave things unfinished. Some of that will take place over the course of videos. Some of that will take place over the course of live streams. Live streams are a perfect opportunity to do some of the behind the scenes work because you can have conversations with people live while we're streaming, all that kind of stuff. But those are kind of my ideas for the immediate future, is to start completing some of the projects that we've started. Okay, the nice thing about stair-stepping it like this is we only need 1 water source. So basically come down to the end of the water line right here, dig down 1 more, and then it continues on down the line. We've got happy villagers that will continue to flow into the receiving chamber until we can transport them somewhere else. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this though, because we don't want to be guilty of lagging up the server. We're gonna want to light the place up a little bit too, because something that I have noticed something that I've been informed of. The other day I was AFK at my drowned farm, and we did cause a little bit of server lag because mobs built up around the area. We didn't have the place lit up. I've done a little bit of maintenance there so far. Maybe we'll do a little bit more of that soon. But yeah, we just want to be respectful of every other member on the server. Yeah, no mob lag. Very, very bad stuff. Hey, there we go, there we go. Hey, it's still working. No! No! We got so lucky. Oh, we got so lucky. One block further over this direction, and this thing would have been toast. Oh, that was bad. We gotta mob-proof this a little bit more. Whew. After a little bit of a disaster there, we've got 3 baby villagers in the villager breeder right now. Oh, 4. There's 4 of them. Hopefully, they all eventually find their way down into the little traps, into the river, down to our holding chamber. We'll kind of wait here for a minute and see. This guy does not seem to want to walk anywhere but the perimeter. Come on. It just takes one little step into the trap. It's okay. We'll have a brighter future for you. A taller ceiling, more things to do. Just head on in there. It's okay. Just head on in there. Oh, it looks like it's working. Baby villagers making their way down the river into the holding chamber. Welcome home. Go on, little guy. Go on. Boom. I think I am going to hold off. They're going to bed now. It's okay. Go to sleep, little villagers. Rest for the night. I think I am going to hold off on grabbing 2 more from the seed village because this is outputting a decent amount. It does take a little bit of time of us standing here, but I think we should wait and see how many we get straight out of the gate because we've already got quite a few villagers over there and we don't want to overrun the world with too many mobs. So, we'll hold off on that for now. I've got something else in mind. You know how we just talked about starting projects and not finishing them? Well, I guess this is where it has paid off in our favor. Right here is our launch pad for our rocket that we're eventually going to build. We're still going to get around to it, but I want to do something special with it first. I was kind of toying around with the idea of maybe having something interior that we could walk into the rocket, and maybe that will still be the case in some parts of it, but what I want to do is I want to use this as a villager disposal area just in case we have villagers that we can't use, that we don't need. We can just fire them up into the air with a little bit of TNT. It could be fun. And this is the perfect spot for them to line up to see if they're going to get sent to the villager trading hall, which I don't remember which direction it is, but it'll be up above the surface a little bit, or into the disposal system, or into the iron farm, which we have not built yet, and I have no plans for where that's gonna go. We won't start that just yet, but I'm gonna dig a little tunnel here all the way over to our little villager holding cell. Alright, you can kind of see every once in a while the slight edge of the coat of one of these villagers poking out of this corner right here. There we go, we just saw it right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a call system with a minecart that will be triggered by a button over where we started that will eventually run up, grab the villager out of the corner, which this needs to be glass, so we'll convert that momentarily, and then it will run all the way down this line, which is not too far away. Thankfully, we lucked out with this just a little bit to our little call area. Oh, hey, by the way, one other thing that I thought of that we didn't finish. We haven't opened our redstone shop yet. We gotta get that done. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and a repeater. And we're gonna go run this all the way down to the end of our rail line here. All right, we've got our redstone line to the last rail, placing down a minecart. This isn't the final orientation. It will be elevated so that it'll pick up the villagers through the wall, which will be glass, I believe. But I just want to make sure before we go to all that effort that this will reach because, you know, Minecraft Bedrock Edition realms render distance, it's not the greatest. Will we get a minecart? Will we get a minecart? Oh, there it comes! Oh, that's so good, that's so good, that's so good. This is perfect. It won't take too terribly long for our villager to arrive, but there it is. We've got a working system. Now let's call up a villager. Well, in the process of lowering this floor, may have let them out of the chamber. May have lost a few. I managed to trap a few as well, but I think some wandered on out. Maybe they're still in the base. Not too sure. So, in theory, if we still had our villagers in here, which we'll get them all back in here in a minute. I found a couple just kind of hanging out over there, you know, staring at the wall, just being villagers. Anyway, once we get them back in here, we'll want to flush them over to this corner with 1 bucket of water. And, you know, we're going to plug up this hole right here so it's not flooding the area. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And our villagers should all get flushed right here into the corner. And once this powered rail is elevated at an angle, it should grab a villager and toss him on down the line. Okay, we managed to trap one of these guys again. Go on in. Go on. Oh, come on. Go. 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 Come on. Just into the water. Just go for a swim. Come on. Come on. Come on. Unbelievable. Finally, there we go. Sitting in the corner, just like we want him to. You need to go to timeout. Okay, here we go. We got a minecart. We'll go ahead and throw it on the rail here, which we're gonna have a dispenser with a chest with a bunch of minecarts in it so that we don't have to refill this every 5 minutes. But theoretically, we should be able to capture this guy. Got enough headroom? We're not gonna bonk any heads? Let's just be sure. Oh, we don't want any villagers suffocating in the ceiling. Let me make this 3 high. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Okay, we're gonna stay in the minecart this time, villager, okay? With at least 15 or so villagers in here from time to time, it shouldn't be a problem to catch one every time we push the call button. But now we need to wire up the dispenser that will get the carts going in there and maybe grab some more villagers to toss back in there for a couple more tests. And we're almost done. You guys better not be stealing my stuff. Well, I think I've decided to just cut our losses with these guys. We got a few villagers back into the system, but these guys can just kind of wander around for a little bit until we get a little bit more ready to get a trading hall together. They're not causing any problems, I don't think. All right, this should be the last piece of the puzzle here. Dispenser right there. Not a dropper, a dispenser. And then we'll throw redstone dust on top of it, which should power it up. And let's go ahead and toss in a few minecarts and see how this thing works. Oh, let's not leave the rail line broken from capturing all those villagers again. That's the last thing we need. And momentarily, we should have our first villager coming on up here. Any takers? Not looking like it. One moment. Huh, is right, my friend. Maybe we should reverse this into a regular rail. Thank you so much for being our little test subject here. Y'all might want to look away for a moment. And take 2. Anybody? Anybody at all? What is going on? Why do they seem to want to stay there? What? If at first you don't succeed, try again. 100 more times. Well, in our case, we'll try twice, because we've only got 2 of these guys left. Once again, look away. Please. Come on. Just one time for me. Come on. Bring me a villager. I don't even know what to do. Well, this is our last chance at this until we've got to breed up a few more villagers. Please. I hear something. An empty cart. Oh, just for good measure. Maybe it just wasn't in the corner. There is only 1 villager left in there, so maybe he was not cooperating. No. No. Come on. Please. Empty minecart after empty minecart. We at least know that the call button works. Okay? So let's do this. Button there. Minecart's in. Villager, you get in the corner. I didn't put the minecarts in. Nope. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's a good sign. How did that minecart make it past there? There's a gap. I don't even care. This thing works. We're good. Let's get some more villagers in there. Okay, we sat over at the villager breeder for a little while, and here's the progress that we have come up with. Not so bad. We got a few villagers in there, and I imagine we can fill this up a little bit more without causing any noticeable lag to the server, so we might add some more over time. But the last thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and put an input source. We'll light this back up again in just a second so we don't drop, you know, any mobs in here by accident. So let's go ahead and throw in a double chest here and toss in some minecarts. Perfect. It is working as it should. And then we'll go ahead and place down another, let's do it right here. Off to the side, out of the way. Perfect. We've got 2. We can't open that one up, so let's go ahead and raise the roof a little bit. And we've got enough space here to add maybe 1 more chest to have a comfortable reach to restock the machine once it runs out. But for the moment, I think we'll just leave it at 2 double chests because that is quite a few minecarts. And I think that will suffice for our needs for the time being. So let me go grab some iron. We'll fill up the machine and hopefully leave enough iron for some hoppers so that we can stock up our shop. I really want to get that done in between episodes. That is a top priority for right now. Well, that's slightly disappointing. We depleted about half of our iron resources. So we're going to stop there with the minecarts. We've got plenty there. We've got 5 more in the hopper, and then we've got the 9 that are preloaded in the dispenser. Not too bad for a start here. That just kind of opens the eyes for the great need of an iron farm, which now that we have the villagers should not be too difficult to accomplish. We just need to find a good spot for it. So let's run back here for the moment and test out our machine one more time. Let's call a villager over here to make sure that everything is up and running as it should. I thought I heard the minecart. Should we try again? There it comes, and there's our villager. Hello, friend. Welcome to... Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, that looks real weird. That looks so weird. His face is just like rotating and splitting apart. Well, there's 2 villagers there. I don't know why that happened. We're going to figure it out. I'll do that off camera. We'll do all the troubleshooting, make it happen, make it work. But I'm going to go ahead and grab my redstone box so that we can go stock up on supplies, start pricing things out, getting everything ready for the shop to open. It will be done by the next episode, and we'll continue working on all the unfinished projects that we have started to kind of wrap some things up so we can start something fresh, like maybe getting some more of the base complete. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you'll leave me a comment on what you enjoyed about it. and what you'd like to see in future videos. I hope you have a fantastic day today, and we will see you in the next video.